In this video, we'll look at how to divide a polynomial by a monomial. How is division used in sewing? Marching bands often use intricate marching routines and colorful flags to add interest to their shows. Suppose a partial roll of fabric is used to make flags. The original roll was 36 yards long and 7.5 yards of fabric were used to make a banner for the band. Each flag requires 1.5 yards of fabric. The expression 36 yards minus 7.5 yards divided by 1.5 yards can be used to represent the number of flags that can be made using the same roll of fabric. Now normally when we'd solve this, we would use the fraction bar as a grouping symbol, and we'd have 28.5 divided by 1.5. And when we divide fractions, we change the improper fractions. And then we change the divide sign, which in this case is a fraction bar, to times the reciprocal of the second number. And happens to be that 3 goes into 57 19 times. We could have done the same problem by rewriting it as two separate quotients. And we'd write 36 over 1 times the reciprocal is 2/3 minus 15 over 2 times the reciprocal is still 2/3. And then we could cancel. And 24 minus 5 is still 19. So two ways of doing the same arithmetic. So if we wrote this with a fraction bar, it'd be 4x squared minus 18x divided by 2x. And just like we did with the arithmetic, we can write them as two separate fractions. And then each one is easy to simplify. So I've got 2x minus 9. And we are off the hook for stating the excluded values, so we're done. Again, we can rewrite the expression as two separate fractions. And reduce. These cancel out. 48 divided by 6 is 8. And the 6 and the 18 cancel, the z's cancel out. So we get a final answer of 8z plus 3. The same is going to be true if we divide a trinomial by a monomial. This term I'm going to end up with 3 separate fractions. And simplify them. We can cancel out a factor of y. Oh, that all cancels out. Anything divided by itself is 1. Cancel out a factor of 3. So our final answer is 2y over 3 minus 1 minus 3 over y. Again, we're going to write them as 3 separate fractions and reduce. 8 divided by 4 is 2. X squared divided by x is x. The 6 and the 4, we can divide both of them by 2. The x's cancel out. 28 divided by 4 is 7, and we're still going to have an x in the denominator. So our final answer, we've got negative 2x plus 3 over 2 minus 7 over x. So in summary, all we did to divide a polynomial by a monomial, divide each term of the polynomial by the monomial.